Yeah, the whole internet was like, ugh, what is this like Playmate girl doing here? Like,
Right.
how dare you? And I
Right.
was like, sorry?
Welcome back, everyone. Today, I have a very exciting guest, a 4 times international Playboy Playmate who's been featured in Maxim and Playboy magazine, but also a cosplayer, a streamer, a vlogger, a gardener, and came here all the way from Canada, Holly Wolf.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. You're also, in my opinion, the biggest Zelda fan I've ever met.
Yes.
And
I was like, I'm sure she's going to ask me about Zelda.
Of course, I
really like talking about Zelda.
Yeah, well, I have written down here that my favorite piece of cosplay content you've ever created is the like live action Zelda cosplay video where you're like walking through the forest. I remember watching it and being completely entranced.
Oh, thank you.
And I feel like you are a real life elf. So
thank you. I definitely gravitate towards elven characters and the ears because it definitely suits me well, and they're always some of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
So
I love you as an elf.
Oh, thank
you. I feel like you were born to be an elf.
I'll just get like permanent elf ears.
There you go.
Do they do that?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Well, you're here for Halloween because you went to the Maxim Halloween party.
Yes.
How was that?
It was good. I've been doing them for so long. I used to go almost every year. I don't want to even think about how long ago that was to age myself. But I used to go to them all the time, and it's been quite some time since I've been to one. And I got invited to do a creator house event here, and it just so like lined up with Halloween, and my friend is having a baby shower as well. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to do a whole week here and just kind of bang out a lot of things at once.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really fun. I'm very tired today.
Yeah.
Sorry if I...
Day after Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
Totally makes sense.
LA is wild when it comes to Halloween. Parties, there's so many. I just try to put myself on like all of the partiful lists just to make sure I'm on everything so I don't freak out.
I just want to be invited to everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So then you're like, oh my God, I'm not invited to anything. No. I get as many as possible and then figure out what I want to do.
See where the night takes you.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's on what side of town.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. LA is so vast. It's definitely a drive. I rent a car when I'm here.
Smart.
Because
honestly.
there's no way I'm blowing all my money on Uber.
On Ubers?
No, thank you.
Especially Halloween weekend, they're so expensive.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially getting out of parties to get to the next, I feel like you'd never get anywhere.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, you were Sally yesterday.
Yes.
How long does it take you to put all that makeup on?
I definitely rushed it a little bit because I also had meetings during the day. And I was like, excuse me, I need to go. Like, I need to get my makeup done.
Each meeting, you're a little bit more different colored.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. No, I had in-person meetings too. So it was like driving back and forth to things.
Yeah.
So
much more time
it really only took me like 2 hours. I have this like gigantic beauty blender
2 hours
thing.
is crazy work for Sally makeup from Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's like a slightly sexier version of her dress, and it goes almost all the way down one of my legs. So I really only have to paint one.
Okay.
And then it's basically like my chest and arms and face. So I have this giant beauty blender thing, and I just start slapping it around. I'm just like, okay, we gotta go. At least get the base on and go from there. So a lot of my line work yesterday wasn't the best, but I already did the photos for it and the video for it back home last week for my actual Halloween content. Exactly. So this was mostly for the party, and it's dark.
I was gonna say that.
It's dark.
It's dark. It's a party.
People can't tell, and on it,
people are drunk.
They're not cosplayers.
Yeah,
it's a normie party.
Yeah,
nobody knows.
They're gonna be so excited.
I had people come up to me all night, be like, "I just want to let you know that your cosplay, your costume is amazing. Oh, you won. I was like, oh, thank you. But in reality, I'm like, this looks like garbage.
Right. But the scale is so much different.
Exactly. And it's so funny because, and I feel like cosplayers struggle with this in general. Halloween comes along and these parties come along, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't associate my big extravagant cosplays with like Halloween costumes.
Right.
It's just not the same. And I also don't want to ruin things.
Yeah.
I don't want to get people spill their drinks on me.
Absolutely.
It's very scary to wear something that you've poured your like heart and soul into as like a party costume.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to
Yeah.
bring this up as well.
Okay.
When Halloween comes around, a lot of people expect the cosplayers to wear these big, crazy outfits. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're going to show up to the party and you're going to be in like full armor with a lace front wig glued down and all,
Yeah.
and contacts and all this stuff. And it's like, no. We do
No.
this all year round.
Yeah.
This is fun.
I want to
This is
have
our little
something,
break.
exactly. I want to have something that's fun, kind of easy to wear. Also, obviously, like looking great and amazing. But yeah, it's just like it's a weird time for me, I always find. And I feel like a lot of cosplayers just want to be like a little bit more like morbid and spooky around Halloween
Yeah,
too. Because it's like, well, we cosplay all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really gonna do like a regular girly. I'm just gonna be like the very creepy things. And that's the fun part for Halloween for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, yes, what creepy lady will I be this year?
Yeah, it's like getting a school project with specific parameters.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I find it really, really fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I can't believe you did that makeup in 2 hours. It takes me 2 hours to get ready in normal makeup.
Again, it was dark. Everyone thought it was great. People had been drinking.
Listen,
you know?
I am impressed.
Thanks.
I am impressed. So you are a big Zelda fan, which we
Yes.
touched on already.
Yeah.
I saw you have a Zelda tattoo behind your ear.
I have two.
Oh, you have two?
Yeah, I have
one
two.
is, if you are listening to this, not on YouTube, but on Spotify, one is a heart.
Yes.
One is the pixel heart.
And then Navi.
And Navi.
Is Navi here?
No, that's the pixel heart.
Okay, so Navi's on the other side.
Navi's on the other side.
So Navi in a 8-bit pixel heart. I would love to eventually, and I've been thinking about it for a very long time, getting most likely the Master Sword down my back.
Love.
I'm trying to figure out like what kind of artwork I want, whether I want it like decaying or the full sword, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom references. I don't know. I've always wanted that. And one of the first things I did a very long time ago, when I was thinking about getting more tattoos, was there was this amazing artist in Toronto who I found did a really gorgeous sleeve for someone out of Sharpies.
Oh.
And I got him to create a sleeve for me that was all Zelda. So it was like a 14-hour process. He did my arm. I slept with it. I came back the next day. He touched it up, finished it, and I did a photo shoot with it with a bunch of outfits to see if I wanted to like
get sleeve.
tatted.
Yeah.
And coming from Playboy, it's been ingrained in my brain. You don't do tattoos,
right?
No tattoos. You're clean girl. No tattoos, no piercings. So it was kind of like an experiment to be like, do I want to do this? Is this the right choice? So it was Ganon on my shoulder. And then I believe it went from like Zelda and Midna to Link, and then Majora's Mask. And I think the Triforce was in there somewhere as well.
Of course.
So it was beautiful. I do still have a few pictures of it somewhere that I try to pull up every once in a while. But yeah, I loved it. It was gorgeous. But I never went for it.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So
a sleeve is a commitment.
It's a
not
lot.
like a tattoo, it's a tattoo.
It's a lot. So I've always thought maybe I'll get something down my spine because again, I can hide it if I want to. And funny enough, all the time, so silly, I would get on my YouTube channel all the time, people would be like, oh, amazing. A girl without tattoos. Finally, so refreshing. And I'm like, well, actually, I do have them, but small and you can't see them. But I was like, that's a weird comment.
Such a weird comment.
That's weird. But it is. Like, it's an aesthetic. And some people are like, they love tattooed girls. And others are like, no, I don't like tattoos.
Yeah.
So I've always been like, oh, I'm just going to hide mine. And I'll choose when people get to see them.
Yeah. So are the two that you have behind your ears are your only tattoos?
They're the only ones. And like I said, I've always wanted like something down my back to like, yeah, just be centered and everything. So we'll see.
A little spicy.
I know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Yeah.
Because JR wants some more as well. So I was like, maybe I'll go with you.
Yeah, why not?
Exactly.
Get a stencil on there, see what it looks like.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm into it.
So what motivated you to get the tattoos you have if it was such a taboo at the time?
I mean, honestly, I couldn't recall. I've had them for quite some time.
Really?
But I just knew that, like, if I get small ones that I can hide with my hair, you can only see them when my hair's up.
Right.
That's no issue.
Yeah.
And so, of course, it was Zelda for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's always Zelda, or I'm a big Final Fantasy girly too.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd always be something from like 10 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my two faves. But yeah, no, Zelda would always like be first. And Navi, it's like, hey, listen, she's behind your ear all the time.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, so she was my first one, and I got the 8-bit heart later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
So then, was Zelda your gateway drug into, like, the nerd fandoms of everything, like, when you were a kid?
I would say, I mean, I had, like, Duck Hunt and stuff, those games as a small kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I got an N64. I was only allowed one console. My parents didn't have a lot of money.
Nintendo 64 is pretty goated.
Yeah, exactly.
For your one console.
I never got like a PlayStation. It was always N64. So it was, Ocarina of Time. Banjo-Kazooie was a big one. Love Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know. There's some other sick, like, there's a dolphin game, Echo. I don't know if you know that game. It's a pretty sick game. But it was, Zelda was a big deal for me, Ocarina of Time. And then Majora's Mask after that, because that game had to be done within a year of Ocarina. And I would get my friends to come over and help me because, it was guidebooks or nothing back then.
Yeah.
And
GameFAQs.com.
Exactly. So I just, would play that all the time.
That's awesome.
And that was it. That was it. Zelda was my first. And then eventually I would go to my friends' houses and like watch them play PlayStation games like Spyro.
I'm trying to think of any PlayStation 2 game right now. Suddenly I don't know what any games are.
I would watch my friends play that and I'd be like, oh, this is great. Well, I have a Nintendo. Like, that's my console. And we didn't have a lot. I didn't even get to have like Game Boys or anything. So funny enough, like I'm not even that much like of a Pokemon girly, unfortunately, because I never played the original games, unfortunately. So yeah, it was always Zelda for me. And then as soon as I think I got a PlayStation 2 way later on, my brother bought me Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
And he was like, I think you'll like this. And oh yeah, it was great. I was like, what is this? It's amazing. Traumatizing for like my age, right? It's a little scary. But yeah, lots of Final Fantasy VII. And then of course like 8, 9, 10, all the way up, and then all the other Zelda games. So
is Majora's Mask your favorite?
Yes.
Okay.
I like a dark, sad game.
Make you feel something?
Yeah. I like tragedy. Which is weird.
I know. I mean, that's what art's all about.
Yeah,
right?
It was creepy. It was very sad. Some of the stories of the characters in there were absolutely depressing. And the music. I'm a big music girly. I went to school for musical theater. So I like music. Yeah.
I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know you went to school for musical theater.
Yeah. Singing, acting, dancing. I went to a pretty decent school in Ontario called Sheridan, and they had a really good musical theater program. So yeah. And I studied like obviously those, but then we had classes in like set design and costuming and everything. So when I started cosplaying, I already had a little bit
of the background knowledge.
Exactly. Going for me, like we had to learn how to sew and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
That's so cool. And now you're using it still to this day.
Yes.
So you so I know you make all your costumes for the most part.
Well, not all of them anymore.
None of us do anymore.
I know,
but there is a stigma that I think we've all been dealing with for a really long time, that if you are pretty and you're a girl and you're on the internet, that
Right.
you simply can't actually
No.
like nerdy things. And not only that, you definitely don't make your own costumes.
Yeah.
But you sew and you
Oh, yeah.
craft,
Mhm.
which I think is an important thing to touch on.
I like weapons. I
Same.
really
love
like
a
making
weapon.
oversized weapons.
Uh-huh.
I think Cloud Stripe's Buster Sword was like one of the first things I made because it's absolutely ridiculous. I still have it. It like sits in one of my couches that like turns into a bed. It's just like in there because it's so large. And I'm like, I'm never getting rid of this. Like this was the first thing I made.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. And so I love making props and I love making armor. Of course, when I started cosplaying, it was like Warbler and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
same.
I definitely
that size said so many things.
Love-hate relationship with Warbler. And then my friend, who was also a cosplayer, would come over and kind of help me learn a little bit more when I was still learning and was like, have you tried foam? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, does it hurt you? It's not heavy. Like,
it's flexible.
Doesn't burn you. And
yeah.
It was really great. So no, I made a lot of my cosplays for years. And I'll still make a lot of props and a lot of things. I like to alter a lot of things here and there. I love sewing, but I'm also not the most skilled sewer.
Yeah.
Neither
am I.
I am not good with math.
You know, I get that.
I'm not a math girly. So when it comes to like seam allowances and all of these things, or making like a really gorgeous pleated skirt, and I'm like, I swear I did it properly, but I did not.
Somehow.
It's always
somehow I have to seam rip this again.
Slightly off. And I'm like, okay. Let's just do it again.
So true.
Yeah. So I love it, but I am at the point where I would much rather kind of spend my time and energy detailing and making props and be that part of the costume I made. And then I will commission other people to do it for me, especially sewing, especially things that I want to last for like 10 years. So any of my Zelda cosplays, I started having made for me because I was like, I want this to be like beautiful and I want it to last. And so I'll 100% commission people who are better than me. And latex too.
Oh yeah.
Latex is an art all of its own. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. So latex I have made as well. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you had to choose, because it's one of my questions, I think you already answered it, but if you had to choose between materials, sewing, foam, and Warbler, would you pick foam?
It would be foam.
Okay.
It would be foam. Yeah, I just like the flexibility of it. Obviously, there's so much like more you can do with it. Weathering is so much easier. Yeah, and again, it's just it's top tier. It's so much better.
I agree.
Yeah,
I am also foam.
Okay.
And Warbler and then sewing.
Okay.
Girly.
Okay.
I would prefer to do foam any day of the week, and I would prefer never to touch a sewing machine if I can.
Oh,
just because I am the same way. It doesn't really agree. Like it doesn't come naturally to me the way that foam does.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that if I am on a limited time frame and I need to get a costume finished, sewing is not going to be the best use of my time.
No, I take a long time.
Yeah.
I don't do well under pressure when it comes with sewing. My brain can't like work like that. I need to take my time. It's like if I'm going to make this beautiful skirt, like I need time. I don't like to con crunch.
Yeah.
I don't like to like do things under pressure. I want it to be like a true hobby type feeling where it's like, okay, I'm going to put a few hours into this today and it's going to be great. As opposed to like, oh my God, this convention's in 2 days. What am I going to do? Like no one will see me. Leave me alone. I'm not coming out of my space. Like, and then everything's a mess. And then you have to clean it up when you get back. And I'm just so stressed.
Right.
So.
And you're stressed wearing the costume. The costume, like, your brain associates it with stress. You never want to see it or touch it again after the con's over.
True. Yes, exactly. There are things that, like, you wear once and then you're like, I am done with that. And I don't want a lot of the costumes and the things that I love to be associated with that. I want them to be very calm, like, happy experiences. And when I wear things for the first time, I want it to be like, oh my God, this is perfect.
Exciting.
Exactly. I love it. So Yeah. I don't know. I'm particular. I'm like the opposite of most people where it's like if I don't I'm not con crunching. I'm just like, no.
I'd rather not.
It's not gonna get done then.
I simply won't.
No.
Commend you for that.
Yeah.
That's good. I think that that's very healthy
It's healthy,
of
but
you.
then I also feel like it does hinder me sometimes because I do value like my sleep and my like mental health. So I will not kind of put myself in those situations and then I maybe don't get as many opportunities as other people because I'm not willing to like stress myself out and work till I'm like almost dying
Yeah.
to get it done because a lot of video game companies, a lot of TV and film, everything, they're like, "Oh yeah, you can make that in 3 days, right?"
Easy. You could just snap your fingers.
For a few $100 too? Like
yeah, for a few $100 too is so crazy.
Yeah.
I actually got an email recently that wanted me to make a video game costume for, wait for it, $120.
Wow.
I know.
So nice of them to
I was
offer you
like,
money.
That literally won't even cover a fraction of the materials.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm just like, no. But then you see these people and they're, working for these big companies and I'm like, wow, that must be amazing. Like, I'm so happy for you. But then they tell me, they're like, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you still did it.
Right. Recently,
Yeah.
also, a few months ago, I had an email about working a convention for a game company. And I gave them rates that I would consider lower than even normal, just because I wanted to attend the con.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if I do this for a day, I can go to the con. I'll
Exactly.
like, give you a little bit of a deal. They ghosted me and went with somebody else who I found out later had given them like a third of that rate, which in my opinion doesn't even cover your like meals and stuff for the day.
It's so
but it happens. It's like a thing that happens.
And again, I was a musical theater kid and a dancer. I was in a dance company for a very long time. And I did a lot of like dancing for like music video sets and artists and everything like that, like the MMVAs in Canada. And then I like toured with like High School Musical 2, like all these crazy things. Yeah.
So cool.
Literally a whole lifetime ago before cosplay. But it was again drilled into my head that as a dancer, if we start working for free, none of us will ever get paid. And we're already struggling artists. We're already having a hard time. So don't you dare throw yourself and other dancers under the bus by being like, I'll do it for free because it's like some big artist when they can pay for you.
Right.
Your time is valuable. You put in a lot of work. You've crafted this for years and years. You deserve to be paid. So again, I had that mindset coming into cosplay. So I've been very like, no, that's not good enough. Like I deserve better. So again, it's good, but it's also like people are selling themselves a little short, but then they are working for these companies. So it's a weird like mind thing where you're like, am I making the right choices? Should I be saying yes? Like, I don't know.
Well, it is, you're not just standing up for yourself, but you're standing up for everybody in your entire career.
Yeah.
But do you think that because you had that experience and a lot of cosplayers haven't, I mean, I say a lot, but there's at least a subsection of cosplayers who got into it so young that they don't even have like life job experiences. And they don't know, unfortunately.
And I'm the opposite. I came into it kind of a little later. I don't think I started cosplaying until I was like maybe 23 or 24. And so I had already been working for like 8 years, right? So yeah, I definitely came in very differently. And so yeah, I would obviously not like throw my opinion on others, but be like, hey, make sure you're good and you're getting what you're worth. And even if it's, you're not making money, make sure at least they're giving you something that you feel is valuable to help you. It doesn't always need to be a money exchange, but don't let them just take advantage of you,
Yeah.
because you are worth it. And of course, we've seen such a shift in conventions over like the last decade and how they treat their guests, and it's been very hard to navigate for everyone, and it's tough. It's not fun.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Ooh.
I actually wanted to talk about how conventions have changed as well with you, because I remember we guested at like, I want to say 2018 Fan Expo circuit together. And other conventions, and you've obviously been guesting even longer than I have. What would you say is some of the biggest changes that you've seen over the past, I don't know, 10 years?
Definitely, I don't know, it's been interesting because, yeah, they had obviously kind of a little bit of a system beforehand, especially like Fan Expo and the company that runs all of those shows. I feel like they definitely had more of a budget, or they allocated more funds for all guests, and then at some point they kind of were like, "Nah, we're good," because I feel like people were like, "Oh no, I just want to be a guest." So a lot of people were offering to guest for free and do whatever like they asked of them. I think one year I heard, it was like maybe a few years after that time, Fan Expo was like charging half of the cosplayers to have a table,
I hate that
and then
so
paying
much.
the other half that were like the bigger guests. So it's like, you have the opportunity to be beside these people. You have to pay for it, but you're still working 8 hours a day. We want you to do this, this, and this. Just
you
to
have
like
to do programming for us. You have to do panels.
Yeah, but you have the opportunity to be beside these people. And I was like, what?
That's
I was
crazy.
so mad. I was
hate
like,
that a
is
lot.
that's not it. And I've like never done anything with them since, because I was like, I do not like this.
No, it's terrible.
I do not like this.
Well, I mean, now that we're on the subject, I wasn't going to talk about it, at least by name, but here we go.
I love throwing people under the bus. No.
Spicy. I remember being at Fan Expo Toronto, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and their cosplay guest area was barren.
Yeah.
It looked like a desolate post-apocalyptic, like there was nobody there, neither guest nor attendee.
Right.
The booths were kind of just like thrown around, because before there was kind of like you wanted your booth to look nice.
Yeah.
You and not to say that there wasn't any of that, but it wasn't as cohesive as it once was, for sure.
Yeah, I think they were trying things, seeing what would work, or maybe just didn't care. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, they kind of for a few years, Toronto Fan Expo is my like home con.
Yeah.
So they kept shifting where they all were. Like every year it was kind of like a different placement. I don't know if they were like, yeah, let's just try something else. But they were like in the very, very back corner.
Terrible.
Of the lower level. Sorry, so it was very hard to even know where they were.
Yeah.
And by the time you get there, there's like nobody there.
Yeah.
And now they're actually underneath the stairwell in the other building.
Okay.
Like just kind of like in a corner. So it's like, I'm like, I don't know what was worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, every year I go and I like see what's up. And of course, something else that's kind of happened is, with the rise of other social medias, little spicier ones. I feel like a lot of conventions, of course, are either about it or they're not about it. And event coordinators and guest relations and stuff have definitely like not liked it.
Right.
So all of those people that are definitely like a lot bigger when it comes to influence and cosplay and stuff, don't go anymore because either one, they're making too much money. We're not doing that for free.
Right.
To not be
It's
treated
not a
great.
good use of your time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that too.
Or they're not okay with anyone that is a little bit more on that side.
Mhm.
And they're like, no, we just want real crafters. People that
Right.
make the cosplays.
That's
Because these girls don't.
drives me crazy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's also why I brought that up in the beginning as
Right.
well, that people seem to think that if you do any sort of not safe for work, sexy content whatsoever, you can't also be a crafter and a
Right.
builder.
Yeah.
And those worlds can't coexist.
Which is wild because one of the main reasons that I do that, besides I like it, I have no problem with it.
Mhm.
I've always been okay with that side. I do it so I can fund my bigger builds
Yeah.
and my gorgeous cosplays and things that I want commissioners to make for me that cost thousands of dollars. Like, and then to fly to the location that I want to shoot it at. I just went to Switzerland
Mhm.
to shoot Lumine at the Matterhorn because Genshin Impact based Dragon Spine on the Matterhorn.
So cool.
And I was like, well, duh, I have to shoot that at the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
You think that's like cheap?
You think this
Oh
is
my
a game?
Switzerland? I don't understand. I'm standing on business. It's not clocking you.
Truly.
That was thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The flights, the food, expenses. Switzerland is like the most expensive city in the country in the world. I was like, oh my God. And I only had one chance. I was like, I'm not coming back here. Oh my God. I was buying like veggie ramen instant noodles for lunch so I could have like a nice dinner because like one meal for me as a Canadian was like $70. It was ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But I wanted to do it because it's something that I love. I love going to locations and shooting these gorgeous photos for my cosplays. And the only way I can do that is by having a means that's a little bit spicier where people grab my content. Like, I'm not doing it just because, like, I want to have money, which is obviously great. I want to have money to, like, spend on my passions.
Do what you love.
Do what I love. Cosplay and build sets or go to places. And funny enough, I had someone recently at a convention be like, your photos are beautiful. How do you make them look so real? Like, this is some really good Photoshop.
Shut up.
And I was like, sir?
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah, this looks great. I was like, no. That's in a desert. That's in the mountains.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. It's like, those are real places.
With a real costume?
Yeah, with real costumes. He's like, wow, these are really, really, really well edited.
Too well, some might say.
Yeah, too good. I was like, oh, thank you, sir.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel so many feelings about that. And I feel like what's unfortunate about doing the sexier content too is that not only do people on the outside discredit you because you're not a maker, quote unquote, but then there's also the discourse inside the community as well, where the self-proclaimed makers will sometimes look down upon
the
sexier cosplayers because they don't just do cosplay, they do both.
And funny enough, I felt that the moment I started cosplaying because I used to do Playboy.
You did Playboy first.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was coming into cosplay with, oh, well, she's a Playboy model. Like, oh, she's,
she's just using nerd content.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Entire discussions about that. And for years, the only questions I got were like, well, what about this?
Name 3 Zelda games.
Literally. I'm like, bro, don't you even try
and
me
you're
right
like,
now.
well, this one, all of them.
You want to hear some lore? How many hours do you have?
Yeah.
So all the time. from people outside of the community and people inside the community too.
Mhm.
I, for years, just felt like really weird about it. And I was like, I don't know how to navigate this, because I have people telling me that I'll never be like a cosplay guest because, you know, these cosplay conventions will never see you as anything but that. You're, you know, you don't make cosplay, you're not professional, blah, blah, blah. The first thing I ever did was a cute little latex Captain America that I had made for me. And I was like so excited about it. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, the whole internet was like, ugh, what is this like Playmate girl doing here? Like,
Right.
how dare you? And I
Right.
was like, sorry?
Wait,
I'm
I
not
belong to this
Yeah, I was like,
community as
I don't
well.
know. I don't know what to do. Like,
Right.
so it's definitely weird.
Mhm.
And then as the years went by, and as Patreon became a thing, and then OF became a thing, and then more and more people kind of started jumping on the non-safe for work boat, I was like, now you're all one of me. I was like, no. I was like, we are the same.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You made fun of me for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were there people who used to look down upon sexy content who do it now that you know, that you've
Not so
experienced?
much that do it now. I think there might have been one or two that I have had conversations with that were like, you know what, I definitely had strong opinions about it, that I have changed my mind as I've gotten a little older.
Mhm.
But mostly just, yeah, some people that I had found out way later that were just not saying very nice things about me,
Mm.
but were still like nice to me in person.
Mhm.
And that was really disheartening as well, because as someone who just wanted to like talk to people about what they loved and cosplay together, I just felt like really sad about thinking I found people who I could vibe with who just ended up not being nice.
Mhm.
And it was, I don't know, it was very weird, because it was almost, it's weird to say, I was like, I felt that there was more like negativity and kind of weird competitional vibes in cosplay than there was in like the regular modeling world.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I feel worse about myself now than I did then.
No way.
Yeah, so it was a
Wow, that's
weird
crazy.
start to like
Mhm.
navigate it all.
And you kept doing it.
Yeah.
So did that ever make you want to stop?
It didn't make me want to stop, but it definitely kind of just made me like stay in my own lane a little bit. I
Mhm.
definitely, and to this day, I feel like I have a hard time kind of like knowing if people are like genuine, or
Mhm.
if I should reach out to people, you know? I
Mhm.
have a hard time gauging whether or not like I have friends.
People are safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's hard. It's really
Mhm.
hard. So I feel like that happens one or two times. You kind of start to guard yourself a little bit.
Right.
So that's kind of something I weirdly developed.
Fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
because
so
cosplay is supposed to be about the community.
exactly. But you know, you find, and that's what I kind of try to tell people as well, and I've learned, you're never going to be friends with everyone. You're never going to
Mhm.
vibe with everyone.
Mhm.
It's just different life experiences or just how you function. Not everyone's going to be your best friend, but
Mhm.
you'll hopefully find people who are those for you, and they
Mhm.
only need to be a few. You
Mhm.
know, you only need a few good ones that like always have your back and who you can talk to. And
Mhm.
everyone else, of course, be wonderful and friendly too. But you might not just be their vibe, and they might not just be yours.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
I hang out with a lot of amazing people who, and I'm sure you do now, are quite a bit younger than us,
Yeah.
because it's just kind of the creator space.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be like best friends with like a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, we
Uh-huh.
can't relate on that level.
There
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
And it shouldn't.
There's
So
so many people in Los Angeles since I've moved here that I don't even realize are that young until I had a couple people on the podcast, and I started, the longer we talked, I started to be like, oh, you are
Wait a
so
minute.
much younger than I thought. And that's not a bad thing. It's
Exactly.
just that I don't expect it. I think everybody's the same age, and then I'm like, wait.
Yeah. And again, you just, you're going to be, you could be wonderful like friends and acquaintances and stuff, but you might not be, really connected with that person because you've just kind of lived a different timeline.
lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally. Do you think that we've kind of gotten off on a tangent here, but
I
I'm
know, I'm
excited
sorry.
because I haven't been able to like truly talk about this. I feel like you're the perfect person to talk about this with, because it's always bothered me when I started doing Patreon that people would start to discredit me making things, because I always loved to do armor and props, and that it didn't feel safe to unless I was constantly posting about making things, people would discredit me all the time. And so I'm glad to be talking about this with somebody who...
It was a hard thing because... And social media has changed too, where it's like there was a time where everyone was posting kind of like work in progress and look what I'm working on and all this kind of stuff. And Patreon was really good for that as like an extra avenue to be like, hey guys, this is what I'm working on. This is next. Here's how I'm doing this, which is great. But it has changed. And we do have a different like world of creators now. So it almost adds to it a little bit more because things have definitely shifted. 3D printing is a big deal. Store-bought costumes have gotten a lot better. Some of them are great. Like I'm like, hell yeah, thank you. I'll just mod this and it's perfect. We have to pump out content so quickly that a lot of the times we can't make things like we used to unless we're taking our time and it's something that like we want to work on. And that's kind of how I function is, again, it's probably not great for me when it comes to like going viral or staying super trendy, but I really only want to make cosplays and work on projects that like I love, and I'm like, I'm going to take my time doing this and I'm going to love it. And I really try to pick characters that are a little bit more timeless so that even if they're not like completely relevant at the time, they still hit hard.
Yeah.
Because everyone loves them.
Yeah. Evergreen characters.
So yeah, I would love to eventually do like every single girly in like Zelda. And I love like a lot of Final Fantasy characters. Like I did Shiva recently. And oh my God. Dangerous Ladies was at Final Fantasy convention last week, and they send me a message. They're like, the voice of Yuna saw your Shiva, and she thinks it's absolutely amazing, and also that you're hot. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, we were there with her, and I was like, oh my God.
That's so awesome.
So those things, that made me like so happy. It made my whole day, and I was like still thinking about it. I was like, oh, I love Yuna.
Yeah.
So I would love to do more characters. I would love to do every single outfit from Final Fantasy X-2. Like all the outfit changes.
Yeah.
All of them. Probably Riku, every single outfit that Riku does.
Riku's so hot.
Yeah, she's, oh my God. Oh, as a teenager playing that game was wild. I was like, oh my God.
You're awakening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, great fairy too. Yeah.
So true. So true. What was I going to say? Oh, do you think that the like stigmas behind everything, like nerds can't be hot or anything like that, has gotten better over the years?
I think so. I think with obviously the internet being like everyone just being online, you kind of learn who people are.
Yeah.
Like a little easier with streaming and, Twitch, YouTube, gaming, all of that. I feel like it has become pretty easy to be like, oh no, this person knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're clearly spending a lot of time doing this. And that's kind of what I would tell people when they're like, "Oh, like, do you know hot girls that just get into cosplay because they think it's gonna make their career?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I mean, it could happen, but I also feel like they'd probably leave just as fast
Yeah.
because they're not gonna like it,
Yeah.
and they're not gonna be able to form those connections with people over those video games, those movies, those animes." So I was like, I mean, I'm sure it happens, but
Right.
I'm sure they also just leave as fast as they come.
Yeah, and also it seems like just from a marketing standpoint,
Yeah.
why would you want to niche down your audience to
To something you
cosplay?
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, again, you would be unhappy, and you'd probably start stumbling over
Yeah.
your words.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I don't really think it's a thing, and I have had over the course of the years several girlies message me who are regular models and stuff like that, be like, "Hey, I know you like cosplay. I would really like to do that. Like, what's it
Mhm.
like? Da da da." And so I asked them, "Do you have a favorite video game? Like, what are your reasons for this? Or are there things that you would want to cosplay because you love them?"
Mhm.
And I just say, like, listen, you do it because you obviously love those characters. So think about things that you would want to do. And if they had no answer, I would kind of be like, "Hey, I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons." Like,
Mhm.
and again, you won't really be that successful if the passion's not there.
Mhm.
So I don't really worry about hot girls coming in here and stealing our thunder just because they're hotter than us. They
Right.
have to be nerds.
Yeah. I also just don't think people will be happy. I mean,
Exactly.
cosplay, not only is it so expensive, but it's so time consuming and it's uncomfortable. Wearing
It's
cosplays,
so expensive, and yeah, it's not fun.
yeah, the wig and the contact, like you have to be so
Yeah,
excited about doing it.
exactly. And yeah, that's another question I get a lot is I'm just walking around a con like by myself enjoying my time. I'll have people come up to me like, "Hey, you're Holly, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, my guy?" They're like, Why aren't you in cosplay?" And I'm like, "Well, because I'm enjoying myself. I want to like play some video games or like test some demos or maybe buy some things, go to Artist Alley." And they're like, "Oh, but you cosplay. Why
Mhm.
aren't you in a cosplay?"
Right.
Like, it
Well.
hurts. I don't know if you've ever worn a wig, sir, but like, let me tell you, it's not a good time.
You can tell as soon as somebody puts a wig on for the very first time with a little uncomfortable outfit or shoes,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh."
Yeah. Oh, wait a
"Oh,
minute.
I get it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And some things you have to really prep for. Like anytime I wear latex, I have to limit my my water consumption, any liquids. Like I'm not using the bathroom. I'm not trying to get that suit back on once it's off. Like it's absolutely terrible.
Mhm.
So yeah, you have to be pretty dedicated to want to like become a character that you love. So there's definitely a lot of like sacrifice along with the love for it.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's not easy and it's not for everyone. So,
Right, right.
yeah.
Well, you mentioned that you were doing Playboy before you did cosplay.
Mhm.
How did that start? How did you transition from musical theater to, being a Playboy model?
It was weirdly like a natural progression kind of. Obviously theater students are very comfortable in their bodies, I would say. Like you
Mhm.
run on and off stages for productions and you're like, "Strip me down, sir." Like someone's quick changing you in and out of things to get back on stage within like
Mhm.
30 seconds. As a dancer, it's all about your body and your form.
Mhm.
So I was always being always being judged for my body and everything. And I was doing like acting for a little bit because I wanted to be an actor. Actually, my first time in LA was when I was like 18.
Really?
Yeah, because I was with an acting agency and we came out here for a fun trip, which was really cool.
Mhm.
Of course, I had to do acting headshots every time I changed my hair
Right.
and all of that. And I then had to take dance photos for our company dance. And I kind of, within those processes, was like, I like taking photos. I was like, this is fun. Like, I
Mhm.
like this. So I started kind of doing it on the side, I would pay photographers to like take photos of me and kind of practice and learn, and slowly get better and do like little modeling gigs and stuff. And because I was a dancer, I trained like ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, everything. I already knew how to move and like elongate myself and all of that and pose. So it was very natural for me. And so my friend, who is actually what I'm here for that baby shower, she was a fresh 19-year-old girl whose dream was to be in Playboy. And we did a calendar shoot together when I was maybe like 22. And she started working at the Playboy Mexico casino and asked me to come work there. I didn't. I was still like working like film and TV gigs, so I didn't go. But after that, she started hooking me up with castings for Playboy. And it kind of just progressed from there. And I flew to Mexico to do a shoot for Playboy Mexico, and that was my first Playmate. That didn't end up coming out before, I think, another one for like Slovakia or something. But yeah, I just started flying around and shooting with all the internationals, and then it was kind of it.
Just happened.
Yeah, it was just like a natural progression from like, ooh, I love dance, I love acting, I need headshots, I like photography, this is fun. Oh, I can model pretty well. I look like that kind of girly, you know, and it just went from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was really nice. And I got to travel a lot. I went to like many countries to shoot pictorials and stuff, like Italy, France, Spain, Slovakia, Mexico, everywhere. So that was really, really fun. So for 4 or 5 years, I was traveling and doing that. Yeah. And then I did a few things here for like Playboy USA, a little gaming show actually, which was really, really fun. It never aired because they laced it in with some like spicier content. My show was safe, but because they laced it in with other things, I could never even promote it because it was behind a paywall.
Gotcha.
I was kind of mad about that. So I was pretty proud of it. But yeah, and that was kind of it. And then the magazine industry kind of changed.
Right.
And at that point, I was already starting to cosplay anyway. And again, it was just kind of like a natural progression. Started cosplaying. Photographers at cons were like, wow, you know how to pose. It's like, you're right, I do. So everyone was like, wow, this is great. I don't have to tell you what to do. I was like, yeah. So just kind of went from there.
And now you're here.
I'm here.
Do you feel like having pages like Patreon and OnlyFans giving girls like the autonomy to do it themselves and cut out the middlemen, if you will, has changed the industry in a good way? In a bad way?
I think it's changed it in a good way.
Okay.
Because funny enough, my Playboy Mexico shoot, I don't own any of that content, for example.
Right.
And my first ever leak was because of them.
No way.
Playboy Mexico sold my photos to Playboy Plus. And so all of my photos were only ever supposed to be in magazines. So all of a sudden it was given to the American online side.
Oh.
And then it was posted everywhere because it was online. And I was like, what the heck? So it was actually Playboy who did my first actual
what the heck?
leak. And I was like, cool. Thanks. That's great. So whenever someone says like, I've seen your photos, I'm like, I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
Damn.
Would you like some new ones? Those are like 15 years old. I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I can post so much better now.
Yeah,
I have so much more experience.
Yeah, but I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because at that point in time, it was only those. And I was like, guys, well, thanks. Yeah, I had no rights to those photos.
Right. And so you can't even DMCA them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was not happy about that.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's not like you make a lot of money, right? You're still, again, in a section of the entertainment world that's like a struggling artist. Yes, I was like flying everywhere and having these beautiful shoots and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm just paid a flat rate and that's it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're at the mercy of the gigs you get as well.
Exactly. So I think this whole shift in how we're able to create content and own it, as well as distribute it ourselves, when these girls are making so much more money, right? And we are able to control where it is, where it goes, all that kind of stuff. So I do think it's great. I always try to, you know, educate people enough when they, especially young girls, that, you know, see all these women that are very successful and they're like, yeah, I want to do that. And I was like, please think very, very hard about these choices, because they will change your trajectory in life as well. So
yeah,
you still have to be very careful.
Make an informed decision.
Exactly. Yeah. And don't just do it because you see everyone else and they're like, wow, look at the lives they're living. And, you know, as much as it's amazing and great, I feel like we all do elaborate. That's not the right word, but like just
what we post online is the best version.
The best version, exactly. Yeah. So it's not a true depiction of it. Yeah. It's like the best version of it.
You don't see the nitty-gritty behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Rough stuff.
You only post what I want you to see. And most of the time it's me shooting in beautiful locations in Switzerland, not going back to my beautiful Airbnb and eating my $7 instant noodles because I've spent all my money on going up to the Matterhorn, you know? So I was like, this is great. But also, oh my gosh.
Right.
I've spent so much money and I'm stressed.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's easy to forget when you post the best version of what's happening online. And people don't think about what else is going on.
Yeah. And the hard work and the time it takes to like curate what you see, but also everything that we do to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I always say, listen, like it's a lot of hard work. It's a great job. I absolutely love it. But like I've been working myself to death for like the last 10 years to get where I am.
Right.
So you have to also like be prepared for that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of jobs that we're doing.
Yes. It's a lot of jobs that normally, say if you're on an entire like film set, everyone has a dedicated job and that's all they're doing. But we as like cosplayers and creators and influencers, you're doing so much. And you definitely do sacrifice other things to do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like to do a segment about advice before we are out of time. And I feel like you could give advice on so many things, but I would love if you were to give your top few tips on posing and photography for anybody who is cosplaying and seems to not like the pictures that are coming out, or if they're trying to self-shoot and they just don't even know where to start, don't know what to do with their hands, don't know what to do with their face. What would you recommend?
Well, definitely doing it over and over again to kind of get better and learn. The best thing you can do is kind of overshoot and work so that you can kind of see the results and be like, ooh, okay, like I don't like this angle, or I need to like extend my neck because I'm like crunching in, and so you know, maybe I look a little weird, that kind of stuff. One funny thing I would always get when meeting other models is like, oh my God, you're shorter than I thought you'd be. It's because I asked my photographers to shoot low. I want to appear lengthier and taller. So you get them like, get on the ground, get on the floor. So I look taller, because if you have a photographer that's taller than you and kind of shooting at their height, you're going to look a little shorter if you're both just standing up. And I want to look tall. Flexing, I always, even if I'm not wearing shoes, I'm always kind of pointing my feet to elongate. I never just stand like flat foot. So again, it's kind of flexing your muscles so they look a little bit more defined and toned, as well as like lengthening. Yeah, and just relax your face a lot.
Yeah.
I like to breathe out while I'm shooting, and just kind of relax my jawline a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
about it. Just
You
do it
can
over and over
tell.
again.
Yeah.
You get better as you do it more.
Right.
You find the poses and angles that your body naturally looks better in.
You get the
Yeah,
muscle memory too.
exactly. There's definitely muscle memory there. And yeah, stay healthy, stay fit, drink lots of water. Don't like overexert yourself. I know when I'm tired, my body doesn't function the same way. And then I can tell in photos afterwards. I'm like, why did I even bother?
Yeah, I wasn't giving it my all.
Yeah, I was like, I can tell. Like I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I can tell when I'm struggling to balance because I get tired. So I'm like, I'm just gonna chill.
Right.
Yeah.
So lots of sleep, lots of water, lots of rest.
Yeah, because after like full shoot days, I get pretty tired the next day.
Oh yeah, you're sore. You're so sore.
Exactly. Again, because I'm over flexing and I'm making sure like my muscles look really good and everything like that. So
yeah.
Thank
you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Your time I know is limited when you're in LA, so I'm glad that I got to catch you. I appreciate you being here the day after Halloween. I know that we're all exhausted, so I just appreciate your time. If somebody is looking for you online, what platforms can they find you on, and what is your username?
Yes, I'm basically Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Most of them are Holly T Wolf, and then my main Instagram is Holly Wolf IRL. But yeah, everything's Holly T Wolf for the most part.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have anything that you are looking forward to? Any new projects, costumes, cons?
So I wanted to do this last year, but I ran out of time. I want to build a life-size gingerbread house this year at my house so that all my friends can come over and like we can shoot cute Christmas content. So that's what I'm going to start doing as soon as I get back, which will be really, really fun. And I'm trying to get an entire Fatui Harbingers group together from Genshin Impact.
Okay.
Because I'm a big Genshin girly. I really like Genshin Impact. And they have an anime coming out eventually. And the last region should be coming out soon. And I just want to get all the Harbingers as a big cosplay shoot because they're all like so amazing and hot and stuff. So I've got that. And then some Expedition 33 cosplays as well. I have a bunch of old, beautiful picture frames that I've been collecting over the years for my Wolf Manor house. And it kind of looks like the mansion. So I thought about doing an entire room with picture frames, and then I would like paint or print out all the pictures in the mansion and like make a giant set. So I like making sets. I think it's so much fun.
I might be coming.
Come over. Come over. I got spare bedrooms.
I'm in the middle of that game.
So many girlies are there. You're in the middle?
I'm in the middle. I haven't finished it. In fact, I would venture to say I'm in the beginning because I just got CL as a part of the party. And I've experienced little to no trauma besides the very, very beginning.
Oh, no. Oh my God.
I know.
It is the most perfect game. It's like the most perfect game.
It's an impactful statement. And I would agree so far too. The music, the fight scenes, like
everything is amazing. The storyline, oh my God, you're in for a treat. It's absolutely phenomenal. I love it.
I love it too. Yeah, I'm really excited.
CL is who I'm going to cosplay. So.
Oh yeah,
and maybe a few other girlies in there, but her for sure.
Yeah. I really wanted to cosplay as I can't remember anyone's name because I'm on the spot right now. But the redhead, but then I found out Mael. Yeah. And then I found out she was 16.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, child. She's a child. Wait a second.
Yeah, there's other girlies.
There's other girlies that are coming.
Here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you're gonna love it. Yeah, I'm so excited for you.
Yay! I'm excited too. Oh, I'm excited to see your set that you build. So I'm wondering, because you've been doing this for a while and you have a lot of experience, has there ever been any awkward situation when it comes to photo shoots that you had to like that you had to navigate?
I mean,